Welcome back to Likes Purana, the geography series. We are at the fag end of this geography series and today is going to be the last session. And in this particular aspect, we are going to see the miscellaneous topics that are generally asked. And when you look at this particular section, which is miscellaneous in nature, you would see again this is mostly conceptual in nature. And not only that it is conceptual in nature, but it is also with respect to the applicative aspect. Right? So what happens is when you look at geography as a subject and when you look at the note-making perspective of geography, you would get to understand that this has a lot of convergence with respect to the prelims preparation that we generally do. So please, students, please make a note of this particular kind of interrelation that is existing and the convergence that is existing between the prelims preparation and mains of the geography. And once you are able to have this interrelation, it is very easy is that the most of the section of the subject is covered. Now moving forward, now when there's again they're talking about concept of air mass, El Nino effect, heat islands, temperature inversion. Now all these are certain concepts that you generally study in your prelims examination. Now let's look at a sample question, and when you look at a sample question, let's look at this temperature inversion concept. And when you look at this question, what do you understand by the phenomena of temperature inversion in meteorology and how does it affect the weather as well as the habitants? Now when we talk about this, we will see that our general ritual is what are the keywords that we see. And when you look at this general ritual, we have seen that what are the keywords and we have seen that these are the general keywords in this particular question. And moving on to talk about what is going to be the structure. And when we talk about what is going to be the structure with respect to this particular question, first that we are supposed to discuss about the temperature inversion condition. And once we see this, we are going to discuss about the temperature inversion condition. You would see that there are certain prerequisite conditions for temperature inversion to exist. For example, long cold nights, cloudlessness condition, again windlessness state, rain, the absence of rainfall. So all of these are certain prerequisite conditions that are existing with respect to temperature inversion as a phenomena. And once we write about these prerequisite conditions, then we will move upon the what is the application. That application aspect is they are asking about what is the effect. And when you talk about what is the effect with respect to temperature inversion, here we can divide it into two sections. One is the weather, what is its effect on the weather, what is its effect on the habitants. This can be divided. Then apart from this, then we can talk about the conclusionary part, that how to handle or what is the relevance of knowing this temperature inversion as a phenomena. Once we discuss this, then we move on to the content part. And when you look at the content part of this particular section, it is let's have a look at the content part. And when we have a look at content part, that first we have started with defining what is a temperature inversion. You know that the temperature inversion is a phenomena where you have a normal lapse rate, right? The reversal condition of the normal lapse rate. That means as the height is increasing, you would see that there is an increase in the temperature. Once you see that, the phenomena of temperature inversion is going to exist at certain conditions. One is a stable airflow, open plus clear sky, the longer nights, those prerequisite conditions that I discussed with respect to temperature inversion. And once we talk about these prerequisite conditions, then we would see with respect to what is going to be the effect of temperature inversion on the weather. And when you look at the weather, we know that there is a kind of foggy formation with respect to a temperature inversion as a phenomena, which would result in air pollutants. Apart from that, the limited formations of the cloud will also be present, and as there is non-conducive condition for condensation to occur, automatically the phenomena is such that the precipitation as a phenomena will be absent. That is also seen. Then once we talk about that, we will see with respect to habitants and what is its effect on the habitants. And when we talk about this, what is its effects on the habitant, we see it is going to affect because of this foggy condition, because of the smog formations. You know that it is also going to have an hindrance to the transportation. It is also going to have the visibility effect. Apart from the visibility effect, we will see that the photosynthetic activity which is going to be impacted and which is resulting or which is retarding the plant growth. All of this can be discussed. Then the respiratory issues, the eye irritants, the health issues that are fundamentally resultant of the smog formations. And once we understand this, then we can see that the impact of temperature inversion can be understood with respect to the managing the climate. That can be understood even through climate modeling, right? Such concepts can be discussed. Then we are moving on to the +1 strategy. And when we talk about the +1 strategy with respect to this particular question, one simple understanding is we can talk about the diversified application of the temperature inversion as a phenomena. Diversified application of temperature inversion as a phenomena, that can be talked about. Then apart from that, we can even talk about the climate engineering as a phenomena here. Climate engineering, because you know that because of the temperature inversion as a phenomena during winters, you would see that there is persistent of fog, and because of this the number of issues are persisting, especially with respect to the air pollutants in the northern belt. There we discuss about stubble burning, there we discuss about vehicular emissions, there we discuss about smog towers. All these are fundamentally driven by the understanding of temperature inversion as a phenomena. Now let's look at some practice question. Now practice question, you can discuss the 64th question, discuss the concept of air mass and explain its role in macroclimatic changes. We can discuss this, right? For the model answer, please refer to the Telegram channel that is given in the description. Thank you.